Welcome back with sports. I'm Makayla Meddings. As we take a look back at last week's stats to find EKB Sports Player of the Week, the top three nominees for this week's honors combined for nearly 1,000 yards in total offense and 15 touchdowns. But edging away from the pack was Mingo Central's Dalen Goad. Goad passed for a total of 326 yards and 6 touchdowns, including the game-winning touchdown with just 39 seconds left in the Miners' victory over Sissonville for their third win of the season by a score of 39-36. And in our EKB Sports Super 7 poll, the Eagles are still number one in the books after defeating unbeaten Moore High School 49-21, boosting them to a 3-1 start. Welcome back with sports. I'm Makayla Meddings. It's week 2 of the Kentucky High School football playoffs, and this week's EKB TV Game of the Week presented by Golden Corral features Pikeville and Lynn Camp. The Pikeville Panthers stand at 8-2 on the season, Lynn Camp 10-1. That'll happen tonight from Hillard Howard Field at 7:30 with the call of the game on Hit City USA 98.1. If you can't make it to the game will be replayed right here on EKB TV Saturday at 8 p.m. and Sunday at 12 and 5. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Makayla Meddings with sports. The University of Pikeville still trying to find their groove this season. Last Saturday, UPike gave up 3 turnovers and number 4 ranked Lindsey Wilson took full advantage of the Bears, defeating them by a score of 69-14.
Off to a nice start, moving the football down the field, and then turnovers killed us in harder drives, and sort of set up some short fields for Lindsey Wilson, and also gave him some confidence as well.
With the Wildcats off to a strong start, former Kentucky quarterback and 1999 first-round draft pick and current sportscaster Tim Couch gave his comments on the Wildcats start and his thoughts on the rest of the season to come at yesterday's App Harvest announcement at Shelby Valley High School.
I think top to bottom, this may be the most talented roster we've had in a long time, on both sides of the ball. And we can obviously run the football against anybody with Benny Snell and the way the offensive line is playing. And if Terry Wilson starts to really develop as a quarterback, we've seen him get better.
Welcome back. I'm Makayla Meddings with sports. The Kentucky High School Football Championships is upon us as we look ahead to tomorrow's Class 1A action from Lexington. The Pikeville Panthers are looking to win their 5th state championship. The Panthers will gear up to take on Beechwood, the team they beat back in 2015 for the Class 1A state title, the first since 1989. Our EKB Sports crew caught up with head coach Chris McNamee to get his thoughts on tomorrow's game. Picking up in the second quarter, quarterback Connor Roberts connects with Jackson Hensley for a 57-yard touchdown to get the Panthers up on the board. And then in the second quarter, it was almost about the same thing as Hensley drew in another one from Connor Roberts for a 65-yard touchdown. Roberts closed out his career with 243 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Hensley had 4 catches for 154 yards. The Panthers fell to Beechwood in a close one by a score of 20-21. We caught up with head coach Chris McNamee following the loss.
I'm proud of our guys, and we earned the right to be here. I thought we earned the right to be in this game, and to come up a point short, I'm just heartbroken for these guys. They laid it all on the line for us all year and did everything we asked.
HR. Also in action tonight from the East Kentucky Expo Center, the UPike Bears men and women's basketball squads will take the court. The men's team features Javion Dela Cruz, who has picked up honors of Mid-South Conference Player of the Week for the 2nd week in a row. Last week, he scored a career-high 35 points and 10-rebound double-double, and on Saturday, he scored 30 points, shooting 85%. He's the first UPike player to win the award in back-to-back weeks since Bruce Reed closed out the season with 3 straight weekly honors back in 2014. 16 for the first time since 1980. It took the Lady Panthers 39 years to reach the field of 16. It was a slow start for Pikeville, only scoring 6 points in the first quarter and much of the same in the second, only scoring 9 points. Kirsten Cole-Williamson pitched in 13 for Pikeville. The Panthers trailed the entire game, but came out in the second half shooting a higher percentage from the field. The Panthers were led by Kelsey Jo Tackett's 14 points. Check out this distance from that 3, almost 25 feet out. Final score of the game, Barron County won 65, Pikeville 47. Barron County advances and Pikeville season comes to an end with a record of 27-8. Here's head coach Christy Orem following the game. Welcome back to this edition of Local News Now. I'm Makayla Meddings bringing you sports. 2 days of action we must fill you in on what happened over the weekend. champions were crowned in the 2019 15th Region All-A Classic Tournament. Who won it? The Pikeville Lady Panthers took home the hardware over the Paintsville Lady Tigers, defeating them 7-3 for the title. Emily Ford was on the mound for Pikeville, striking out 13 batters. Olivia Whitefield went 3 for 4 with an RBI. They will play the winner of the 14th Region on April 27th in pool play from Jack Fisher Park. On the baseball diamond, it was much of the same as Pikeville defeated Sheldon Clark 7-3 to bring the title back to Pikeville. For more information on the All-A Classic State Tournament, check out ekbsports.com or check out www.allaclassic.org. Our congratulations goes out to both teams as they prep for their upcoming state tournament appearances on April 27th. Speaking of a new champion will be named tonight in the men's NCAA tournament on Saturday. Virginia had a close call against Auburn, sliding by the Tigers by just 1 point, advancing to tonight's championship game. Texas Tech went on to the races, defeating Big Ten's Michigan State by 10, 61-51. Number 1 seed Virginia is coming off of what would be the program's worst feat last season, being the first team to lose to a 16 seed in the NCAA tournament. Texas Tech, a 3 seed, breaking barriers. Neither team has ever won an NCAA title for their school, making this the first game between first-timers in the title game for the first time since 1979, and this so happens to be the first meeting between these two schools ever. The game is set for 9 p.m. tonight. In the latest odds of the game, the Virginia Cavaliers are currently a 1.5 favorite over Texas Tech. Texas Tech averages 72.6 points per game. Virginia, 71.1. The game can be seen on CBS. Now let's check in with the Reds after they wrapped up another series with the Pirates. Unfortunately, the Reds got swept again in a 4-game series with the Pirates. The Reds fell 0-2 twice, 5-6, and then 5-7, putting them at 1-8 on the season. The last time they won a game was the very first game of the season. Yesterday's game had a bit of controversy. In the top of the 4th, pitcher Chris Archer hit Derek Dietrich with a pitch in the leg, clearing both benches.